Welcome to the Tao of Joy and Sorrow, an exploration of how these two companions, joy and sorrow, intertwine in our lives. This journey is both a personal tool and a quiet invitation, a way to train for joy and to find the courage to navigate through sorrow. The Sufi poet Khalil Gibran wrote an essay titled Of Joy and Sorrow that has long been a touchstone for me. In it, he reminds us that our capacity for joy is carved by our experience of sorrow. His words invite reflection and balance. My quest is to better understand this interplay. Perhaps yours is too. Why I begin again. And suddenly you know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. Meister Eckhart. A jolt of joy for me often comes as a spark, an idea that shimmers just long enough to catch my attention and my breath. That spark becomes a plan. The plan takes on a pulse. Much like committing to the writing of the Tao of Joy and Sorrow, I am way out of my comfort zone. Until I remember this, while this act of sharing may be new, the topic is familiar, and I can circle back as I reconnect with who I am and the truths I hold dear, and with the tools I have spent a lifetime learning. There is purpose again, not achievement, not perfection, but purpose. To return to a beginning is not about failure. Rather, for me, it is about wisdom, ripened by time. When I find myself back at square one, it means I've lived long enough to know when to pause, when to turn inward, and when to start again. I carry more of myself now, more softness, more attentiveness, more quiet knowing. I initiate this not because I was or am broken, but because I was and am becoming, always becoming. Life is not a straight line, but a spiral, tugging me in and out of form, in and out of certainty. The spiral confounds me sometimes. I descend, lose my way, feel the nausea of disorientation. But that does not mean I am lost. It means I am being reshaped. I once sat in a circle of women, strangers mostly, exploring the terrain of shadow, listening, learning, hopefully gaining new tools. One woman shared her fear that she might still be attending circles like this when she was my age. My age. She named it as if it were a limitation. I felt a twinge, then I softened. She didn't know that my closest circle of sister friends spans decades, elders and youth alike, because real connection does not count birthdays. I sat with her words and let them stir something deeper. I wasn't insulted, I was grateful. Grateful that I still yearn to learn, that I still show up to the mystery, that I begin again, not despite my age, but because of it. Each time I begin again, I reclaim a part of myself once hidden or left behind. I am not seeking novelty for its own sake, but truth. And truth asks me to be honest. Beginning again is the most honest endeavor I know how to do. And suddenly you know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. I am chasing magic, brushing up against what is both familiar and not familiar. In Taoism, we are not taught to strive or force. We are taught to loosen our grip, to walk beside the moment rather than drag it behind us. Beginning again is not a wiping clean, but rather a welcoming home. We arrive back carrying what we have come in to learn in our journey, our bruises, our beauty, our bewilderment. I begin again because my body longs for breath, my soul hungers for direction, and my story is not yet finished. I want to remember who I already am and live from this source of abundance. This is my purpose. This is why I begin again.